Hello, everyone. So, very quickly, I just want to apologize because not only is there not a whole lot of information for this case, because not only is it unsolved, um, they're just not quite sure who did it. There's not really a whole lot of information regarding the actual investigation itself. There's also not a whole lot of information about the victim herself as well. There's also not even that many photos of her. I could really only find two of her. Everything else I was seeing was like reenactments from like TV shows when they did the case on TV. But that's about it. So I want to apologize really quickly for that. So I'm very sorry. But today we're going to be talking about the case of Fiona U. This is super sad. She was super young when something really disturbing happened to her, which is what we're going to be talking about today. So all the links I used for research will be down below, and let's go ahead and jump into this. So Fiona was described as a friendly, trusting, and studious person. She was a student at Arizona State University, or ASU. Um, she was also described as sweet, stayed out of trouble, and had big aspirations. She worked part-time on campus in the Alumni Association's gift shop and was a senior at Arizona State. And this is also where she was studying for accounting. So, this is a quote from Detective Tom Magazzini. I'm sorry, I'm not good with names. But he says Fiona lived life as well as anyone you'd expect. She was a petite, mild-mannered person who never looked for trouble, but trouble found her. She is, in every sense of the word, a true victim. End quote. So, on August 4th, 1997, Fiona would lose her life. She was last seen by a neighbor riding her bike between 4 p.m. and 4:30 p.m. near East Lemon Street and South Terrace in Tempe, Arizona, and this was near campus. She left campus and began traveling to her off-campus apartment around 5 p.m. Between 5 and 5:53 p.m., a horrific act would occur. So, in her second-floor apartment, she would be sexually assaulted and strangled to death. Fiona's roommate, Kazo, I'm not sure how you pronounce their name, returned to the apartment at 5:15 p.m. She stayed on the first floor until about 6 p.m. and then decided to go to the second floor because she started to feel uneasy, and I'm not quite sure why, but she started to feel like something was wrong. Maybe it's because she hadn't seen Fiona, and maybe Fiona would normally make her presence known before then. I'm not quite sure. We just know that she started to feel a bit uneasy. And upstairs, she would discover Fiona partially undressed. Her pants were lowered and her shirt was removed. And she was barely alive, but she was still alive at this point. She was immediately transported to St. Luke's Hospital in Tempe, but she would eventually succumb to her injuries not long after arriving. And her autopsy would confirm her cause of death was strangulation. So, in September of 1997, less than a month later, 16-year-old Derek Wood and 17-year-old Lee Commier Jr. were arrested and charged with attempted murder, burglary, and kidnapping, and sexual assault, after two other ASU students were attacked just days earlier. So, Lee Commier Jr. was immediately considered a suspect um, in Fiona's case, but DNA would be tested and would confirm that it was not a match for the DNA that was at the crime scene. In 2017, authorities used snapshot DNA technology to profile the killer. The technology uses a DNA sample to create a composite image that predicts what the suspect would likely look like. It gave an image of a Hispanic or Latino male with black hair, brown or hazel eyes, and a light brown or fair skin complexion. And I will have on the screen, it's a photo of like the composite sketches of what they think this person looks like. And since it's been more than 25 years since she was attacked, and her case is still unsolved, and it's actually labeled a cold case now. So if anybody has any information about what could have happened to Fiona if you lived in Tempe at the time, maybe you saw her or you saw someone around her apartment, definitely give a tip to the Tempe PD at 480-250-8311. Again, that number for Tempe PD is 480-250-8311. So let's just talk about the case in general. So the two people that they immediately thought could have been it, the 16 and 17-year-old Derek Wood and Lee Comier Jr. I didn't see anything about Derek, like, was he immediately considered a suspect? Did they just think he was like an accomplice? I only saw Lee Comier Jr. mentioned as being immediately considered a suspect. I'm not quite sure why that was the case, why they picked him out. There's really not a whole lot of information on this case or about the boys in general. I wish we knew. But I just think it's really weird that they think that the 16 and 17-year-old did this. Not to say that they couldn't, because obviously they were accused of doing other things, horrific things, just days before. It's just, I don't know. It feels kind of weird because they just have nothing in this case, and then these two people are just randomly brought up. And then as for the roommate Kazo, I think it's maybe, I don't know. You tell me if you think this is weird. They show up not long after 5 p.m. and they don't see Fiona, obviously. They start to feel uneasy, so they go up to check for whatever reason, maybe to see if she's here, and that's when they find her. I find it weird because they believe between 5 and 5:53 p.m. that is when this case occurred. This crime occurred. Kazo returned home about 5:15 p.m. So, and she was headed back to her apartment at 5 p.m. And even if it's just a very short, like, ride home, within 5 or 10 minutes or whatever, it had to occur either before Kazo got home and this person did what they did to sexually assault her and strangle her and find a way out because they were in the second story. Or it happened while Kazo was there and this person got out of the house without Kazo seeing them. And I think it's weird because, like I said, it's the second story to this apartment. Like, there's 2 floors to this apartment. I can't imagine that they could just get out of the window and escape, but I also could not find photos of the apartment, so I'm not quite sure if that's possible or not. It just feels like a really weird thing to me that this person would do that. So I kind of feel like maybe it had to happen before Kazo got there, but I feel like that would have to be a very fast crime, because strangling someone, it takes a minute. You have to be very strong. You're crushing someone's their throat, basically. You have to be very strong for that to happen, and you have to keep constant pressure for that to happen, and it takes a minute. So, I'm sure she's fighting back, and to think that it just happened that fast, it just feels weird. So I just wonder how this person could have done it with a roommate there and got past the roommate. I don't know. I feel like that's just kind of weird. But other than that, those are just my thoughts on it. I really don't know what I think or who I think could have done it, just because they don't have anybody. But I really hope that this is something that is solved soon. You know, they have the DNA snapshot, so they were able to come up with a composite sketch, and I hope that it does lead to someone. I feel like DNA has made such advancements that I just feel like it has to get solved. I don't know. I just really feel like it has to get solved. It just feels like it's so close. Or like even close to a breakthrough, you know. But let me know you guys' thoughts down below, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Thank you so much for listening to Fiona's story. And like I said, all links for research will be down below. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.